Hello guys, this is a weekly outlook on GBP USD, Euro USD and gold. So I'm going to analyze them for you, break it down from the higher time frame to the lower time frame, what we should be expecting for the week and how we should prepare for the week. And so before we start every week, we need to know higher time frame so that we know how we are going to handle the lower time frame and get entries, because if you know the higher time frame direction, then you are trading blindly. So today I am going to analyze these three pairs and I will start my analysis from the weekly time frame. For all my weekly outlook, I always check the higher time frame, like the weekly, and every month I monthly, and make sure I check the weekly time frame, and every day I focus on the daily time frame to see what the daily time frame is telling me and the previous day candle, what the previous daily candle did. So today we are going to pay attention to this pair, which is GBP USD. And looking at GBP USD on the weekly time frame, we can see price broke structure and closed above this key level, above this high. After price closed above this high, we have been buying until price is currently rejecting from a new key level right here. But this is not a confirmation for a sell, but I am expecting, if price is rejecting from this key level and if I can see a break on the daily time frame, then this sell is going to be valid. So we are going to expect a pullback if I can see a break on the daily time frame. But if there is no break on the daily time frame, then I am going to continue with the buys. So looking at this, we can see the previous week closed bullish, and after closing bullish, we saw the weekly time frame rejecting from this key level right here, this open and close. To confirm this is an open and close, come here, you click this line with markers, you can see this is a key level. You can see this dot is a key level. So price rejected from that key level. So what do we need to see? We need to see a break of structure on the lower time frame, which is the daily time frame or the 4 hours time frame, to see if we are going to continue the bullish move or the bearish move. Now moving to the 4 hours time frame, we can see price closed above this key level right here. Price closed above this key level right here, and after price closed above this key level, so we know we are going to be looking for buys on the daily time frame, right? On the daily time frame, we're going to have a buy, and so there's something with candle closure. For me to confirm if this break of structure is valid, I need to check the 4 hours. If I have a break of structure in 4 hours, then definitely this is a valid break, because we have candle close. We always have manipulation with candles. Some brokers will show this close above, but some brokers will tell you there's no close above this key level. So to confirm this, you can go to the 4 hours. Moving to the 4 hours, you can see there is no break, there is no break, there is no break. Let me see. Yeah, there's a break, there's a break. We have a break right here. Price close, body to body break. We have a body to body break right here. So there is high chance and there is high probability that price can continue pushing to the upside, because we are actually bullish on the weekly time frame, we are bullish on the daily time frame, and we are bullish on the 4 hours time frame, because you can see on the 4 hours time frame we broke structure to the upside. Now you know the market now, based on the geopolitical news, the market have been crazy lately. So trading, you need to wait for confirmation before you can do anything. So I'll be expecting price to either do a pullback to any of these key levels right here, this key level right here and this key level right here. We have this key levels right here, you know, we have this key levels right here. To confirm this, I need to see, okay, if price is going to pull. Now you see it's below the 50% level, right, which means this key level is a good one. But to confirm if this key level is valid, I'm going to go to the 4 hours time frame. On the 4 hours time frame, you can see we had something right here. We had a break of structure right here. You can see we had a break of structure on the 4 hours right here. After price broke structure from the rejection, after the rejection, price also broke structure on the 4 hours right here, and we already did a pullback into this fair value gap, and we are already buying to the upside, right? That's why I was buying GBP USD. So we are already buying to the upside. So to continue the buy, market right here, so we're expecting price to either push. Monday might come, maybe tap here. If you get a confirmation, might take out this low a bit break structure before we can start looking for buys on the lower time frame until price take out this high above here. But also we still have another key level right down here, like this key level, this QM right down here is still a valid key level, because if you can go to the 1 hour time frame, you will see this key level is still a fresh key level on the lower time frame, and this might serve as a valid point of interest for me, because we have a break of structure. You can see here, if you trade structure, you see we have a break of structure right here. Then now we have internal liquidity, price just engineered liquidity, and this might act as liquidity. And also we have a fair value gap inside that key level, a key level with a fair value gap. So price might do a pullback right here, do a pullback, because we are currently reacting from a weekly key level. If you notice, we are rejecting from a weekly key level. If I go to the weekly time frame, you see we are currently rejecting from a weekly key level, so we might expect a deep pullback before we can continue the buy. So price can either pull to this weekly key level, we get a confirmation, then we'll continue buy. But if price after rejecting this key level, if we can see price breaking structure, breaking this because this is an invalidation zone for me. If price close below this key level, then I am bearish. I am going to be selling to fill all this fair value gap right down here. I'm going to sell to fill all this fair value gap right down here. So this is what I have for GU. So I'm expecting GU to either pull back here, give me a confirmation entry around this key level, these two key levels, give me a confirmation entry. But the extreme is my high probability. If I can get a confirmation entry right here, I'm going to buy this pair. So let's check AUD/USD. Let's see what AUD/USD is giving us on the week time. Okay, now you can see AUD/USD is very clean. AUD/USD is very clean, and we know we are bullish already. Looking at it, the weekly time frame, we are creating highs on the weekly time frame. Highs on the weekly time frame, and the previous candle for the week closed above. After closing above, we also broke structure, closing above this key level right here. We closed above this key level right here, now telling us that okay, we are going to be bullish for a week. Now to confirm this, you can see we had a weekly rejection from this engulfing candle right here. This is a valid key level because it swept liquidity, took our previous low before closing above this high. So now weekly reject this key level. After weekly reject this key level, we go to the lower time frame to see if we can have a break, and on the daily time frame, we have a break of structure right here on the daily time frame. So what are we expecting? So we are expecting a pullback into this fresh key level. We have this key level right here. We have this key level right here because we are expecting a pullback right there. And I took a sell, that was Thursday. I took a sell Thursday. I was expecting price to pull back into 50% of this range. I was expecting price to pull back into the 50% of this range, which price did, and I'm still expecting price maybe to pull back around here, to pull back maybe into this OCL or this key level right down here. Always check with confirmation. This is the higher time frame. Wait for a 1 hour structural break around this key level, then you can start looking for buys until the price take out this high. You have multiple entries. If you have multiple entries, if you wait patiently for price to come at your level, at your key levels, and then you wait for confirmation, and then you take your buys until price take. So the reason I took this, price was rejecting from a key level right here. This was this key level right here. You can see price was rejecting from this key level right here. You can see this key level right here. Price was rejecting from this key level. After rejecting from this key level, after price rejected from this key level, I had a break of structure in the 1 hour time frame, right? I had a break of structure in the 1 hour time frame, which was this. I had this break of structure on the 1 hour time frame, confirming I can start selling, and we had a liquidity right here, and my entry came from here, which aligned with the with the 4 hours key level. If I go to the 4 hours, you see it aligns with the 4 hours key level, which made it a high probability. So I was selling that price could come here to fill this fair value gap right here, and before we can start buying. So this might serve as a liquidity for price to pull back here, maybe tap here, because the daily is currently doing a pullback because the daily is bearish, while the weekly is bullish and the daily is bearish. This is to tell you on the daily, when the daily is telling you something else, just know the higher time frame, trust the higher time frame, and know the lower time frame might be doing a pullback. So we are expecting a pullback, maybe to pull back into this key level right here, this key level with the fair value gap, give you a confirmation entry, then you can start buying, targeting this high right there. So this is a nice key level, because if you can go to the daily time frame, this aligns with the daily time frame. If you check, you can bring this right down here on the daily time frame, moving to the 4 hours time frame, you see it's still inside that key level we had on the 4 hours time frame, you see, which means you can refine this key level here because it has fair value gap. You can wait for price to maybe use this as liquidity, see, fill all this fair value gap, tap here, give you a confirmation entry, then you can start buying from here if you have a confirmation entry. But if there's no entry, patiently to see what Monday will do. Wait patiently to see what Monday will do before you can start looking for opportunities. So always pay attention to new storylines, because we can switch on Monday. Monday can give us a new direction. So let's check gold. Let's check gold. Let's see what gold is doing now. Thursday I was also selling gold. Why was I selling gold? Gold took out this previous candle, which is CRT. Market took out this previous candle. After price took out this previous candle, we had a break of structure on the 1 hour. I think so. We had a break of structure on the 1 hour. Yeah, even on the 4 hours, I think we had a break of structure on the 4 hours. So after rejecting, we also had a break of structure on the 4 hours right here. So because price took out this previous daily high and then we broke structure, this was serving as a good entry for me. So I saw this was my first key level and this was my second level. I was expecting to see what price would do at that key level. So on the 2 hours time frame, you can see this key level was fresh and also this key level was fresh, but I always trust the extreme. I always trust the extreme because this acted as an engineered liquidity. And if you go to the daily time frame, you can see we had a break of structure after price broke structure to the downside. We had liquidity. This was liquidity, price engineered liquidity, and I had this point of interest right here, and I was selling from here. My stop loss was right above here, and I was targeting this low right down here, because I'm expecting price to at least fill all this fair value gap before we can start buying. But for now, I am going to wait to see what Monday will do, because for me, when price take out the previous high, we are expecting price to either fill the 50% of this candle or price take out the low of that candle. So yeah, I'm expecting two things to happen here. But if price continue to push to the upside, then I would because this is already a key level, as you can see, this is already a key level. So Monday can do something like this, push to the downside, reject. After reject, price will give you a break of structure in the 4 hours or the 1 hour time frame, then I'll start looking for buys. But for now, I am still bearish because I am not seeing anything telling me that I should be bullish. So I'm expecting price to either fill 50% of this candle or take out the low of this candle, then tap into this key level or this QM before we can start looking for buys to the upside, or at least fill this 50% of key level. So if I get entry confirmation for sales tomorrow, I am going to sell. But if I see price rejecting from this key level, creating a new bearish a new bullish storyline, then definitely I am going to start buying. So for the rest of the day, I already know what the higher time frame is giving me, because looking at the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame is already telling us that we are bullish on the weekly time frame. So if anything is happening, if I am selling, it's just a pullback. It's just a pullback because we are rejecting from this key level that was disrespected, and then after price reject from this key level, price also took out this previous candle right here. Price also took out this previous candle, and then on the lower time frame, which is the daily time frame, we need to see break of structure on the daily time frame. Now this is a break of structure on the daily time frame, so right here on the daily time frame, we are expecting price to at least give us pullback into the 50% of this zone. At least if price push into this 50%, and we can use either this breaker block, wait for confirmation. If we get a confirmation, we buy, or we wait for price to come here, give us an intent that okay, we can start buying before we can start looking for any buy entry, because price can just be selling to the downside without giving you any confirmation. Now we are bearish, so just be selling. When price approach your key level, wait. When price give you an intent, you start buying. You will have more opportunities before price take out this high. You'll have multiple entries. Price can come here, use this key level, or price can still come and use this key level. We don't know which key level price will use, but now just wait. Pay attention to what price will do at this key level. If you have a confirmation, you can start buying. Never you set limit on the higher time frame key levels. Wait for price to give you a confirmation before you can start buying or selling. So I use the weekly time frame to analyze how, if I'm going to go more of buys or sells, and for daily I will now look for maybe pullbacks and continuation, because right now this daily is already informing me that okay, we can start the pullback. So now I don't know when the pullback will end. I don't know if the pullback will end here or here, so I'm paying attention to see what price will react at this zone and this zone and at this zone before I can start buying from this key level. I will not just buy from this key level without a story. I must wait for a story to present itself before I buy. So if you love this video, like, share for more tips like this. Follow me on my TikTok account. I will share the link in the description. Peace out.